Assalamu alaikum. In this lecture, we will study the derivative of exponential and logarithm functions. First, we gave you the key for the derivative of the exponential function and logarithm function. First, here we have the derivative of exponential function, mean we have, for example, d over dx of a function, exponential function a to power f of x. The derivative of this function is like the follows. First, a f to power a to power f of x times ln a times the derivative of x. For example, if we have d over dx of 2 to 3x, the derivative of this function will be 2 to the power 3x ln 2, and derivative of this part equal 3. This is the derivative of the exponential function. The second part is the derivative of natural logarithm. Okay, if we have a function derivative of logarithm function log to base 7 of f of x, the derivative of this function will be derivative of the function x divided by ln 7 times function of x. For example, if we have d over dx for a function log 7x to base 10, we can differentiate this function by first differentiate 7x equals 7 divided by ln 10 times the function itself. Okay, this is the second type for derivative of the function log x. We will take some example. We solve some example that help us to explain the derivative of exponential and exponential and logarithm function. Here it is. Find the derivative of each functions. We have about 12 functions. We will solve it for exponential and logarithm function, and from which it will clear how it is derivative. We choose the exponential function of logarithm and study because of a large application in pharmacy college, and the students need to solve problem in their study. First example, function f of x equal exponential to power 2x squared. We want to derivative this function. As know that the derivative of exponential function f of x equal the same function exponential to x squared times ln the base times the derivative of this function equal 4x. Therefore, the derivative of this function will be 4x always here we must take a look that always ln 1 equal 1. Why? Because ln 1, ln exponential equal log e to base e equal x, therefore e equal e to power x, therefore x must be equal 1. I think it is clear. Therefore always the natural logarithm of e equal 1. Therefore the derivative of this function equal 4x times exponential to x square. The second function, as we explained previous, that f of x, derivative of exponential function, I will repeat this, a to power f of x exponential of x. This is exponential function because e is the base and it is a number, and a always more than 0, y not equal 1. Their derivative equal a to power f of x, mean the same part remain the same, to ln a, and third derivative of the function. This is the rule for the find the integration, derivative of this function. Therefore, the derivative of this function f of x equal exponential x to power 4 ln e times the derivative of this function, which is equal 4x to power 3. And we say before that ln e or natural logarithm to e equal 1. Therefore the derivative of this function will be 4x to power 3 e x to power 4. The third function, this is the logarithm function, and I will repeat the derivative of logarithm function in general, log f of x to base. Their derivative will be the derivative of the function divided by ln b times the function itself. This is the rule of a derivative, okay? Therefore we will solve this function as you say f derivative of f of x equal derivative of this function first at the numerator, it will be 6x to power 2 divided by the ln e times the function 2x to the power 3, and this, as we say before, it is 1. Therefore the derivative of this function will equal be 6 to the power 3 divided to 2x to power 3. This is the solve of the third function. Now we reach because always ln e equal 1, we will not repeat this again. Therefore the derivative of this function equal the derivative of the base equal 1, derivative of x equal 1 minus 25 x to power 4, and in denominator it's the function itself x20 the same function x minus 5x to power 5, and this is the derivative of this function, we get another function 5. Okay, it will be the same. This is the exponential function, therefore its derivative f of x equal the exponential function, the same, e cosine 7x to power 3 times ln e equal 1. We will not repeat it, or we will write now. Okay, times the derivative of this function. We will get the derivative of this function. It will equal sine derivative of minus sine 7x to power 3, and we derive this part equals 7. We multiply here. Therefore, the derivative of this function will equal the exponential without change 7x to power 3 ln e equal 1 times minus 7 sine 7x to power 3. This is the derivative of this function. We get another function. It is the same. Derivative of this function equal first exponential function will be the same without change. It is equal exponential to power sine 5x to power 9 ln equal 1, and we derivative this part. It will equal cosine 5x to the power 9, and we get the derivative of this part. It will equal 45x to power 8. Okay, therefore the derivative of this function will equal the exponential sine 5x to power 9 times 45x to power 8 cosine 5x to power 9. I think it's clear from now. Now we get the derivative of this function. It is logarithm function, and it is so easy. Derivative of this function f of x equal the derivative of the function 6x to power 5, and derivative of constant equals 0, divided by the function itself in the denominator x to power 6 plus 5, and this is the derivative of this function. Here we will use the property of logarithm. نستخدم هنا صفات اللوغاريتم. راح يدخل على القوس، وكما يلاحظ فنرتب المعادلة قبل اشتقاقها. إذا f of x نرتبها الآن قبل الاشتقاق تساوي لن 2x plus لن نقدر نكتب 1 plus x to power half. اوكي، نرتبها أكثر لتسهيل عملية الاشتقاق. f of x equal لن 2x plus half. هذا نقدر نقدمه يعني للأمام. هنا يكون لن 1 plus x. اوكي، ونكمل الآن نشتق f of x، مشتقته هنا راح يكون فوق مشتقة الدالة وراح تكون 2 على الدالة نفسها 2x، هذا الجزء الأول وهو بسيط، plus half، وأيضا مشتقة الدالة وراح تكون هنا مشتقتها 1 divided على الدالة 1 plus x، ونرتبها هنا راح تكون تختصر 1 over x plus 1 over، ندخل هاي 2 على القوس تكون عندنا 2 plus 2x، and this is the derivative of this function, and we can complete this function. We get another function f of x equal 8، هنا البيس 8 to power cosine x. It is simple function, and can we derivative simply f of x equal as we learn from first that when we derive the exponential function، فبالاشتقاق الجزء الأول يبقى كما هو 8 كوساين x، وناخذ الجزء الثاني لنا البيس وهو 8، والجزء الثالث ناخذ مشتقة الدالة فوق الاكسبوننشال فوق البيس، وهي مشتقة الكوساين ماينس ساين x، فتكون المعادلة هي لن، أو تكون يعني نرتبها حسب ما نريد، ساين x لن 8 exponential cosine 8 cosine x. This is the derivative of the function. We get another function. I'm not explaining the way that can derivative the product function to function or the quotient to function, because I think you study this before in your high school. Exponential this function as we see، لاشتقاق هذه المعادلة، فعلامة الاشتقاق تساوي لنا كما قلنا سابقا إن الدالة تبقى نفسها x ساين x الجزء الأول، ثم نأخذ لنا البيس، والثالثة نشتق الفانكشن الموجودة فوق البيس، وهنا عندنا تو بارت، يعني احنا راح نشتق دي اكس لهذا الجزء اكس ساين اكس، اكس ساين اكس، وقلنا هذا يساوي لنا 1، فراح يكون عندنا الاشتقاق اي اكس ساين اكس، وراح نشتق هذا الجزء نضيفه هنا، يكون المضروب هو في هذه القيمة، فمشتقة هاي تكون دي over دي اكس للإكس ساين إكس، راح تسوي لنا سوري تكسب اوكي، ويكون مشتقتها الأول في مشتقة الثاني كوساين إكس بلس الثاني في مشتقة الأول ساين إكس، ومشتقة الإكس هي 1، فيكون هذا أوكي نضيفه هنا، فتكون المشتقة كاملة times f of x times هذا الجزء وهو x كوساين x، x كوساين x بلس sine x. Okay, هذا هو derivative of this function. We continue to complete another functions. Okay, here we have the derivative of this function, exponential function, logarithm function. It's the same way. F of x equal, مثل ما قلنا فوق هو مشتقة الدالة وتساوي لنا 4x to power 3 على لن البيس في الدالة نفسها. اوكي، هذا الشغل وممكن نبسطها. هنا راح يكون عندنا 4 لن 7، هنا راح تختصر بها 1 وهنا يبقى x. وهذا this is the solution of the second logarithm function. So here we can benefit from the relationship that log x mean to power to base 10. Therefore we can write this equation like ln x over ln 10. Okay, therefore we can rearrange this function as follows: ln x times ln x, okay, divided by ln 10. Therefore differentiate this function f of x equal, I can complete this function, and this equal, to simplify this function, this equal ln x square divided by ln 10. Okay, derivative of this function تساوي it will equal x square مشتقة x square فوق 2x على الدالة هي x square وهنا لن 10 باعتبار مشتقة ثابتة ويساوي لنا، هنا ممكن نختصر انه هنا 1 وهنا هنا 1 تبقى x، ف 2 على لن 10 في x. وصلنا لهذه المعادلة، ونفس الشيء هي معادلات بسيطة وتكرار. فمشتقة هذه المعادلة f of x يساوي لنا مشتقة الدالة بالبسط وتساوي لنا كوساين 4x، وال4x مشتقتها 4 في 4 divided على الدالة نفسها بدون تغيير ساين 4x. هذا انتهينا من الجزء الأول. times minus مشتقة هذه الدالة 4x to power 3. هنا ممكن نقدر نسمي باسم آخر مشتقة هذه الدالة. عندنا كوساين 4x على ساين 4x، ممكن أن تكون كوتان 4x. أوكي، تساوي لنا طبعا هنا كوتان في 4 ناقص 4x to power 3. نروح لمعادلة أخرى. Go to another function. It is always the same work as we see. The derivative of this function f of x equal, here derivative of this part, the same exponential function e to power by x ln e times the derivative of this part equal pi minus this part the same. This is the lim function, therefore exponential this part, it is equal exponential pi x phi pi divided by the same function e pi x. Therefore to simplify this function على مود نبسط هذه المعادلة ممكن إنه نختصر هاي مع هاي، فتكون الدالة بهذا الشكل، لأن الإكسبوننشال أو الإي دائما equal 1، ف this function equal by exponential pi x minus pi. Okay, because this is cancel with the other. Okay, this is the derivative of this function. We get to another function and try to solve it. This function, the derivative of this function equal two part. فهاي نستخدم قانون multiply to function. فالحد الأول e minus e to power minus 5x في مشتقة الحد الثاني راح تكون minus sin 2x ومشتقتها 2 في 2 زائد الجزء الثاني راح نكمل هنا بعدين نمسحها. اوكي، زائد الثاني اللي هو كوساين 2x تايمز مشتقة هذا الجزء راح تكون نفس الجزء الأول، بعدين لأن الإي واحد ما نكتبه تايمز ماينس 5. أوكي، هذا الجزء فراح يكون مجرد إنه نرتب المعادلة ماينس 2 ساين 2x exponential minus by x 5 minus 5x والجزء الثاني راح يكون minus 5 cosine 2x e to power minus 5x exponential. Can we get out exponential minus 5x والماينس نقدر أيضا نطلع برا out فيكون 2 sin 2x plus 5 cosine 2x. Okay, and we can arrange it more and it equal minus 2 sin 2x plus 5 cosine 2x divided by e to power 5x, and this is the derivative of this function. Okay, now we complete this function, and if there are any function else, I think there is no function else. Okay, we complete this lecture, and I hope it will be easy lectures, and are ready to any answer for this question, and this will be important for your exam, and thank you.